The following video is an example of how children are being targeted by these prison gangs and molded into soldiers to be used and discarded. As a community, this must be frowned upon and looked at as one would look at any crime against a child. This is abusive, predatory behavior.
A prison gang has been using its muscle to stop warring between Hispanic street gangs.
However, that move also may be inflaming racial tensions with other gangs on the streets. Chris Blatchford is here with the second part of our Fox Undercover exclusive on gang wars. Chris.
Well, we see it in Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and L.A. counties. A push by the Mexican Mafia to enhance its power, and investigators believe to control drug traffic on the streets. These men are Mexican Mafia, also called La M, a self-described ruthless gang of killers that already control most of the drug trade behind bars. But at meetings like this one all over Southern California, authorities tell Fox News the Mafia is trying to extend their control beyond prison walls. Captured on this police surveillance tape obtained by Fox News, Mexican Mafia members like Peter Sana Ojeda, here waving his arm, have ordered Hispanic gang members to stop shooting each other, a forced peace treaty.
But now they want to control the streets, and that's why they're doing it, not because they want to help the kids.
This ex-gang member, whose identity we have concealed because he fears the Mafia would kill him for talking, attended 3 of the Mafia-conducted meetings. And he confirms what law enforcement sources tell Fox News. It is all about drugs.
And that's what they want, to control the dope. And that's scary.
Scary because at these meetings the Mafia is stirring up racial tensions to achieve their goals, preaching about loyalty to your own race or la raza, and giving a green light against black gangs.
The enemy said we're going to create a racial war. And they got it going little by little. You know why they go after the blacks? Blacks got the crack. They want to control the crack trade.
This letter, written by a Hispanic gang member and obtained by Fox News, illustrates the ripple effect of the Mafia's scheme. Referring to La M, a jailed gangster warns his homeboy, it's about making money nowadays, not shooting your own raza up. If you guys want to shoot somebody, go shoot up those. The escalating racial tension is very real here in the L.A. County jail system. Black-Hispanic brawls encouraged by deep-rooted prison gang resentments numbered more than 50 last year, an almost weekly occurrence, some involving hundreds of inmates.
Everybody over to the yard.
This L.A. gang member who recently got out of jail says La M is behind it.
That's what the M is all about. That's what they came out and said, you know, you got to control. So now it's the Terraza against the Mayates. They're blasting against the blacks, you know.
On the street, his gang is still jumping in new members with a violent beating ritual designed to see how much heart the potential gangster has. But fear of retaliation from the Mexican Mafia drives them to want their faces concealed as they object to paying tribute to La M and warring on blacks.
That's just pure bullshit what they're doing. They don't do it for the people, they do it for themselves. Not everybody's going to listen to them.
But plenty are listening. This Hispanic gang in South Central has been warring against nearby black Crips for several years. And this gang member knows the racial tension is spreading.
But see, everything's happening with everybody now. Everybody's not getting along no more. With blacks and Mexicans, we're not getting along no more at all. You know, I don't know why.
At least 20 lives have been lost in this neighborhood. And this former tagger who lives here says since word from the Mexican Mafia hit the street, gangs are shooting anyone of the opposite color.
They just passed by and started shooting. Like, that's how my friend got killed, and he wasn't even gang related, and he got killed. But, you know, it scares me.
And perhaps it is the worst in Venice, where racial conflict has forced many teenagers off the streets entirely, day and night. This 19-year-old who was associated with the Shoreline Crips actually moved away to escape it.
They got to a point that they just couldn't anything that's black or anything that's Mexican.
Black and Hispanic gangs and tagger crews had coexisted here in Venice for years. Here we videotaped this mixed group of taggers on Venice Beach last March, all together.
At first it was over some dope and money, but now it's just turned all into the race thing.
A few nights ago, frightened black members of this same group wouldn't show their faces as they talked about the growing tension.
You want to walk to a store with a gun in your pocket. I mean, what kind of neighborhood is that?
In a couple of more months, give it a good couple of more months, and then it's going to be a ghost town.
19-year-old Siobhan Clark, who had no gang affiliation, was recently shot 5 times in the back while walking home from his girlfriend's house in the middle of the day. His mother says he just happened to be the wrong color.
They don't know what they're doing. They just shooting somebody for nothing. And they shot Siobhan for nothing. Put the guns away. You're hurting a lot of people. You're hurting a lot of people.
People are still scared, but there has been an uneasy peace in past weeks. Meanwhile, it's clear some Hispanic gangs are resisting the mafia pressure to control them, despite intense pressure to use them in controlling the drug trade. Tomorrow, how LA MA-induced violence reaches from the jails to the schools. At Chino Penitentiary, notorious prison gang members are housed separately. The Mexican Mafia, also called La M in one area, the Black Guerrilla Family prison gang in another. Here there is constant racial tension. Tension that often erupts here in the LA County jail system. Latino inmates tell Fox News the word to fight often comes down from the Mexican Mafia, a group authorities say controls most of the drug traffic behind bars.
They want to make it a racial thing, you know what I mean? It's like the M is the raza, you know? We control all inside jail, you know? That's what the M is all about. That's what they came out and said, you know? We have riots with the blacks.
Jail officials say these tensions have heightened since the LA riots, and the Mexican Mafia, using the race issue to show its muscle in the prison system, has even ordered a hit on Crip gangster Damian Football Williams.
Come on, cuz.
Prison officials say La M believes Williams disrespected Latinos during his attacks on motorists here at Florence and Normandy. A series of jailhouse letters sent between a mafia member and Latino gangster and obtained by Fox News discuss plans to put FB out. FB, a reference to Football Williams. Another note says, "I'll do it when I can do a good job."
Why not Damian Williams? He's getting all the center's attention. You know, he's dissing us. Why not?
And this ex-gang member who has spent several years trying to get kids out of gang life says the Mexican Mafia for months now has been fanning the flames of racial tension on the streets. At a series of meetings like this one, spreading through 4 LA area counties, La M operatives have ordered a Latino gang truce, but have also encouraged attacks on black gangs.
The M said we're going to create a racial war.
This same source, who wants his identity concealed out of fear the MA would kill him for talking, says the Mafia master plan is to control drug profits on the street as well as in jail.
Bottom line, how much money they can make, what they can control.
At the same time, Latino and black gangs have been facing off in a growing pattern of racial unrest at area high schools, other non-gang members often joining in. That was the case today as the latest such disturbance broke out at Paramount High School. And law enforcement intelligence obtained by Fox News talks about the MA influence at these recent gang meetings possibly being linked to racially motivated gang clashes at schools in Compton, Inglewood, Culver City, Santa Monica, Venice, Pomona, Ontario, and the Inland Empire. Compton School Police Chief Michael Nunez agrees the mafia theory has a lot of credence.
As far as the animosity, a lot of it between the gangs, the blacks traditionally have been into the gangs as far as selling narcotics. But apparently now it appears that a lot of the Hispanics are getting into that area also, and it's causing a lot of consternation among some of the black gang members. And there is retaliation. There's been some shootings between the blacks and Hispanics.
At the very least, says another Compton police source, Mexican Mafia directives at these gang meetings fan the flames of racial violence. Compton School Superintendent Harold Sebrin, who acknowledges there have been 7 high school racial incidents since October, says the school is aware of the problem.
I guess my plea to parents as well as to students that if our schools are going to be safe, if our community is going to be safe, it's going to be because all of us want it to be. And we will stop at nothing to make sure that it is.
Meanwhile, the ex-gang member who talked with us in Silhouette throughout these stories says the reason we have to talk about this is to find some solutions. Don't hide it, he pleads, bring it all out. And wouldn't it be nice, adds Compton School Chief Nunez, if the Mexican Mafia itself would now try and stop the violence?
Doesn't sound like that's going to happen.
Probably not.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris, thanks a lot.